Hi, my name is Brianna Magera. I'm a junior at Eckerd College, and this is my final communication piece, and I'm doing it on global land use and what it means for us. So let's break it down. So to use this, I did a simple visual, because sometimes all those big graphs can be kind of confusing and just too much to look at sometimes. So here is the map that I used, and so this is the breakdown. So our Earth is 71% ocean and only 29% land, which is kind of crazy. Of that 29% of land, we have 71% habitable land and 29% barren land and glaciers, places we can't inhabit at all. And of that 71% habitable land, we have 50% agriculture, 37% forest, 1% freshwater, and 1% human development. So we only live in that tiny 1% of human development. And 50% of that 71% is what we use to grow our food and raise our food. So of the 50% agriculture, we only use 23% of it to grow crops and things that we actually consume, and 77% is animal agriculture. And within that 70% is not only the animals that we raise for consumption, but the food that we grow for them to eat as well. But what's interesting is calorie-wise, we only get 18% of it from meat and dairy of our calories, and 82% plant-based food, like globally. And protein-wise, it's only 37% from meat and dairy and 63% from plant-based food. So you can see how disproportionate it is, the amount of land that we use compared to how much protein and how many calories we get from that. So I really like this map. It's an easy and fun new way to look at our global land use. So you can see how disproportionate it is, that 27% that we use for livestock and the food that we grow for them would be the entirety of North and South America. The built-up area, that tiny little bit in Africa, is the only place that we live, represented on the map. And forest, 26%, is all of the Middle East, part of Asia, and the entirety of the continent of Africa. And only China and the rest of Southeast Asia is cropland, which is all the fruits and veggies and everything else that we grow for us. So what's the big deal with all this? Why does this matter? So 14.5% of all carbon emissions, so when you think about carbon, you probably think of driving your car or big factories or trying to get gas, fracking for gas, all that stuff. So 14.5% of it, though, just comes from the animal agriculture, what we use to grow the plants to feed the animals and what the animals themselves produce, plus the processing plants. So all this carbon builds up in our atmosphere, and it makes everything so much warmer. And we like to save water too, right? Mostly for our wallets. The longer you take a shower, the more your water bill is. But fresh water is a pretty special resource. As you saw initially, it's only that 1% that we use that is available. But we use 70% of it for agriculture, which is so much of the water that we we use for growing and producing animals for us to consume. But the less meat we need to produce, more water for us. So why should you care, and what can you do to help? How does this impact? So when we eat animals, we need more land, and using that land makes more carbon. So what else could we do with that land? Pretty much anything you could dream of. Anything you would want to build, expand, produce. We'd have so much more land available if we didn't use all that land for growing food for animals and to raise the animals themselves. So in addition to having more space and more land to use, we could keep things a whole lot cooler if we produce less carbon. Cooler summers, warmer winters. In the long run, it keeps ice from melting, which could keep sea level lower, so saving your favorite vacation place on the coast. I know a lot of people like to beach out in Florida or have homes in Florida, so that would save your investment in those areas. And not everyone has to stop completely. Not everybody has to go vegan or vegetarian. Just reduce how much you eat. If we all ate a little bit less, we could save a lot more land, produce a lot less carbon, and use a whole lot less water. maybe take a few days off from chicken and bacon and those steaks that you like. I'm sure your doctor's been bothering you to eat healthier anyway, so more of those veggies. We need a lot less water for that and a lot less space. So here are my sources, and thank you so much for listening.